So this question is based on a case study. As I've mentioned in other videos, the case study is absolutely detrimental for the success of this answer. Now, the question cannot be generic, cannot be about any situation. It cannot be just about, for example, decision-making in general. It has to be about Jenny. And it has to be about Jenny's decision-making and how it's, I suppose, the benefits to Jenny of using data within decision-making. So if we carry out ICF to start off with, and it's asking you to analyse, and it's asking you then in terms of instruction and the command term, it's asking you in terms of Jenny for the context, and in terms of focus, it's looking at decision based on data. So what you need to do, and again, I did notice that some students misread the question or misinterpreted the question. That's why by using ICF, instruction, context and focus, it makes sure that you fully break down the question, you fully understand what the question is asking you. So I've picked out some key points that I think could help you to form the argument, the analytical argument of Jenny using decision based on data. Number one, I've highlighted entrepreneur Jenny Taylor has made the most of this trend, which suggests that she's carried out maybe scientific research and scientific decision making in the past, basing, I suppose, decisions on research via looking at past trends. Also, she believes in obtaining as much data as possible before making decisions, so that suits her personality, which also links to this, that she's not always keen on making on taking risks. She tries to avoid gigantic risks and would rather look at calculated risks. She's willing to put the time in. She spent several months gathering information, and furthermore, she's got a significant amount of finance that she will have to need in order to carry out this decision. So what we're going to do is now create a model answer based on these clues, this information. So the model answer I've written is one benefit to Jenny of making decisions based on data is that it allows her to fully explore the decision. By carrying out a scientific approach, she can fully assess the possible outcomes of the situation and also assess the risk involved. This is crucial to Jenny for many reasons. Firstly, she's risk averse, meaning she's reluctant to take risks. Therefore, by scientifically making decisions, the risk becomes much more calculated, and this is more fitted towards her personality. This is proven by the case study, which states that she likes collecting as much data as possible. Also, there are a lot of risks within this decision. The decision requires significant funds, and therefore it's essential that this decision is thought out thoroughly. If the decision failed, as a sole trader, she'd be fully responsible because of unlimited liability, and this would be too much of a risk for Jenny. So I'm going to break down why you get the marks, the full marks for this answer. So the first thing I've done is highlighted the knowledge, the theory that's involved. So again, you get a good understanding of what is meant by scientific decision making. So it allows you to fully explore the decision. It assesses possible outcomes of the situation. It also assesses the risk involved via the data. It becomes much more calculated because of the data, and as a sole trader, she'd have unlimited liability. In blue, I've highlighted the context. So she's risk averse, meaning she's reluctant to take risks. It's more fitting towards her personality. She likes collecting as much data as possible. There's a lot of risks within this decision, such as significant funds needed, and she's a sole trader, so it'd be too much of a risk for Jenny. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight some really analytical language to suggest that an argument has been formed. So again, just by using terms like this is crucial to Jenny, it's starting to place weight onto the argument. And by saying this is essential in the decision, it's thought out thoroughly again. It's just all about that argument that is being created and how significant these points might be to the answer.